this week on the Anime Alchemist podcast.
So it's like a heaven and hell kind of thing, right? Like it's focused on angels and demons, but really it's based in hell.
Mm-hmm.
The Princess of Hell.
Yeah, and
Obvious
Lilith.
optimistic. Trying to redeem sinners.
I would say like one of the more drastic kind of design changes, but then voice actor changes was Husk.
Oh, Husk had
Okay,
a huge change.
like he went from like kind of this short, stubby kind of cat to this kind of like taller, more
like Tomcat kind of
yeah. And Keith Davis fucking kills it.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does.
Like I don't give a
He did a
shit
great
what
job.
anybody says.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh, that one was like
OG Husker, good. It was
great. Yeah,
solid,
no,
solid.
loved it. But
But when you bring in a goat like
he's a fucking
that,
legend.
you cannot do better. Damn.
That song "Hell Is Forever" with Adam and Charlie and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That song is technically classified as a Christian rock song.
Welcome back to the Anime Alchemist podcast. My name is Emery.
My name's Gary.
My name's Martine.
Oh, appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's episode 118. We do have a special episode planned out for y'all today. Not the traditional Japanese anime talk, but I do appreciate you guys for listening and tuning in regardless, whether it's on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify.
Quick note: Google Podcast is going away.
What?
Yes, Google Podcast will be going away because YouTube is kind of like taking over that, and it's going to be more like podcasts on YouTube. I just learned about that a few days ago at work, so I wanted to let y'all know.
All
So
the
you're
more
going to have to
reason
change up
to-
your intro a little
Yeah,
bit. 'Cause
that's-
Google Podcast won't be a thing.
All the more reason for you guys to just go check us out on YouTube.
Correct.
Make sure you guys
videos.
like, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Leave us a review. Leave a comment. You know, we talk about a lot of different shit, and like we want y'all's opinions on what we say. Like if you guys disagree with us all the time,
It's boring.
it's really boring. We like controversy. We really
like
do.
chaos.
Yeah. Also, I do want to point this out. There have been some notes of, I guess, our audio not being too great. We have looked into that. I appreciate the feedback on that. We are listening. If it continues, just let us know.
Yeah, keep letting us know in the comments, please. We'll be adjusting it as we go. Yeah, I'll take a closer look at it.
Now, and I don't mean to be a dick, but maybe buy new headphones.
Oh my god.
It worked fine in the car. It worked fine in my headphones.
Okay, but like, don't gaslight everybody. Don't gaslight your own audience, bro.
Why not?
Hey,
won't
let's
have an
Talk about
audience to
what
gaslight.
controversy.
let's talk about some anime.
Let's talk about some animation.
Yeah, animation. This is more like Western animation. actually.
Spoiler warning, like always. Okay, so if you guys don't know, spoiler warning, we'll get you 10% off on some G Fuel at checkout. Just letting y'all know. But if you guys have not checked out Hazbin Hotel yet, this is your last fucking warning, because we're going balls
To the
deep.
wall.
Yeah, in this. Okay. It feels like an appropriate way to kind of like start it off, because it is a low-key kind of a slight raunchy
That's
series.
slight.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, sure, slightly raunchy.
So they- one of the- yeah, I was gonna say one of the main characters is a crack whore.
With a great voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never thought I'd love a character like that, but I do.
I love all the characters so much. This is one of those shows that like completely won me over because of all of the characters. And like, or we watched like the pilot a while ago.
Yeah,
now.
okay,
It's been,
so
like,
yeah.
a couple years.
Speaking of the pilot, so for those of you who don't know, the pilot originally came out on YouTube. Like it was an indie produced film or show episode.
All the way back in 2019.
There you go. It took them 3 years, right? 3 years?
We're in 2020.
Almost 4.
Almost 4 years just to put out that pilot.
Yeah.
That's roughly about 30 minutes long.
Oh,
And-
no. 2 years. 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Oh,
And
you meant a series. It
oh
took
no.
forever with
The series is a different question on its own. We'll get to that.
Mhm.
But it was so good that it got bought out, and it, like she said, it took a very long time for them to finally put out that season. So if you guys haven't seen the pilot, definitely go check that out. It's free. It's on YouTube. It's on Vizzy Pop's YouTube channel.
It
So
gives
it's
you
the first
background.
episode of the full series. Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
first
that too,
episode
yeah.
of the real series.
So you can watch the pilot and then go right into the first episode of the first season.
Mhm.
If you want to watch the rest of it, you'll have to get Amazon Prime. 'cause
Yeah.
it's on Amazon Prime.
Worth it though.
It's so worth it.
So worth it.
So one of like I guess the
Or the A24 app. I think they have it on there too.
There's an app for
Oh.
A24.
Yes.
Cool. Wait, is it like a subscription type thing?
No,
too?
it's free.
Is Is
But
that
you
like
don't
a,
get full stuff.
Okay.
You get access to some.
I was about to say, is that like a workaround that we're like, talking about? Do I
I
need
mean,
to
I'm
cancel
sure
my
you'll
Amazon
have to
Prime?
like pay a little extra on there to get full access to everything. But you know, I think they have like 4 episodes you can watch.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, there you have a lot of different ways that you can go out and watch episodes for this. Like the pilot and the first episode should be enough to kind of get you hooked, in my opinion.
But like, just the sheer fact like that it was produced by A24. Okay,
It's a big
that's the
deal.
same studio that just put out Iron Claw with Zac Efron, like that whole like wrestling movie. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, they're a big name.
Also,
studio.
Euphoria.
And-
On
and
people
Mhm.
that shaped your Gen Z culture.
Sure. Speak for yourself.
like-
the studio of Euphoria that made Euphoria.
That's a way.
That's a really good
We
way.
have Hazbin Hotel,
I'm
and
surprised they
and
got a
it's a
HBO.
musical.
I'm surprised they did. Like Amazon was the ones that picked it up, and not HBO. That seems like a missed opportunity
Yeah,
for them.
Well,
yeah.
they definitely skipped.
You think so? They probably saw it and they're like, nah.
Not our.
No, well,
Not
that's
our-
the issue. It's animation, and they're getting rid of. They were getting rid of so much of their Cartoon Network.
They got rid of JJK
Yeah.
too. It was on there for a while,
Oh.
and they got rid of that entire
Yeah.
catalog on HBO.
Yeah, I think they're trying to like stick with more films and like live action
Mhm.
TV
I think
shows. And
I think the
stuff.
only kind of cartoon stuff that they're writing on is their DC stuff.
Oh,
And I guess that's fair.
because it's like more like their direct properties from Warner Brothers and
Mhm.
everything. So like that makes sense. But I wonder if they see the views on YouTube and see how much has been being talked about this past month, and just like,
We fucked up.
Damn.
ooh, should have taken that one.
But being like bought out by like a big studio, like there's obviously going to be some changes, like character designs and animation quality
And the voice acting.
And voice
and
acting.
voice actors. I guess like where would you guys want to start? Like, are you the voice
Favorite
actors?
characters.
You want to start with the character designs or the voice actors?
Yeah, characters first. Then you
Okay.
go into who you're talking about. Because
Well, okay. Well, first off, I feel like we should give the basic idea of what the show is about.
Yeah.
This episode of the Anime Alchemist podcast is brought to you by Tokyo Treat.
All right, so to celebrate Valentine's Day, Tokyo Treats sent us out their February box. It's all Valentine's Day themed, I'm pretty sure, which is great because when this episode comes out, it should be Valentine's Day.
To Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I immediately see the Kit Kats.
I see Pokemon.
Pokemon?
What?
stuff. Immediately.
Oh fuck yes, those are so cute. They're
Give me the
probably
Amber Cam.
marshmallow treats. They got a little Snorlax on here too.
Oh, tell me this is like all Pokemon themed stuff.
No, but they do have a strawberry shortcake Kit Kat. Bruh.
Roses are red, violets
This
are
looks like
blue, snacks are great, and so are you. Oh, thank you, Tokyo Treat.
So you're gonna make me blush.
I think this is their 99th box. Fruit mix juice.
Kit Kat
Literally says-
strawberry shortcake Kit Kats.
Can we try that first?
Yeah, bust
So
those open.
These sound incredible, but I'm gonna say one thing.
Mhm.
Bunny Lord loves strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to see what she thinks of them. These aren't
No?
bad.
Pokemon.
Pokemon candy hearts. Oh, they're candy hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry shortcake
Mm-hmm.
flavor. I did not know I needed in a Kit Kat.
They're little tiny little.
Oh wow.
Right?
These are the Pokemon candy hearts, apparently.
Holy
don't-
shit, these are awesome.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Kit Kat's phenomenal.
They never mess with the Kit Kats. What are these?
The Pokemon candy hearts. They're like sweet tarts, Gary.
Oh, they are.
These are the cutie pie donuts.
These are good as fuck.
Donuts.
Donuts.
They're maple syrup
Oh.
coated with sugar crystals.
How hard is it
Oh,
to edit these sometimes?
Cute. It's they're
Hello-
Hello Kitty.
Mmm.
That's why they're called cutie pie donuts, because they're Hello Kitty. Maple flavored donut coated with crunchy sugar crystals.
Mmm.
Wow, that's good.
Mm-hmm. You know that.
I don't know, but we're gonna be getting some more.
I do know that if you use our code or our link in our description, you get $5 off.
Yeah.
And like this is their Valentine's Day one. I cannot
Man.
imagine what their 100th one's gonna look like.
These
Right.
little ones, these little donuts, they're really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even a
They're kind of hearty for like a little treat.
Yeah.
Like this.
They're thick.
Yeah, I'm not even a big donut fan, but those are really, really good. I would buy those for sure.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like that we can still. Yeah. Did you try those yet?
No, not yet.
Oh my
That's
God!
the
Yeah,
sweet
try
part.
those. Yeah, that's right up your alley, bro. What's
Found the chocolates. So that little box of chocolates are cacao no megami. Indulge this Valentine's Day with luscious and rich dark chocolate, 60% to be exact.
I got you. I got you all day, Gary.
I'm good. I don't like dark chocolate.
I
Going?
love dark chocolate.
The Sweetheart fruit juice.
You're a sweetheart, Gary.
Oh, it's a mixed juice, a mixed fruit juice. It's apple, orange, and peach.
That sounds good.
Give me a little AMSMR crack. Okay, that dark chocolate is so
rich.
damn rich and smooth. That is like,
You taste that too, right?
oh my.
I look forward to these boxes every single time. I swear. Every time we get a new one, I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, let's go.
Yep.
Is that ramen? I have
Yeah.
yet to try a single ramen from any of the boxes.
I think Bunny
They're
Ward's
really
ended up
good.
eating them.
The Pirikaga
Well, I
Pirikara
won't try it.
spicy ramen. Each bite brings a kick of bold spice and umami tonkatsu style broth.
I like
It sounds really
tonkatsu.
good. It's cool because though you can't read the instructions on the package, the instructions are inside of the book.
That's cool. Okay.
That's awesome.
Again, one of my favorite parts about the box is just the pamphlet that comes with it
Mhm.
and the information about it too.
Yeah, again, you guys can get your own Tokyo treat box. Use the link in our bio to get $5 off. We're gonna open that back up, and let's get back to our.
Let's get back to our fucking episode.
Yeah, let's just get back to our animation again. Sorry.
Yeah, give like a
Right.
generic like premise for if you're curious and you're still watching and haven't seen Hazbin, like maybe this can kind of incentivize you to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know who wants to give like the best.
Anime convincing.
So it's like a heaven and hell kind of thing, right? Like it's focused on angels and demons, but really it's based in hell.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Princess of Hell.
Yeah, and
Is
Lilith.
optimistic. Trying to redeem sinners.
Lilith goes off with Lucifer, and they end up having a child, and she's a princess of hell. And yeah, she's optimistic. She thinks she can redeem sinners, so she tried to start a hotel. It was a happy hotel at first.
Yeah.
It was the Happy Hotel at first.
Now it's the Hazbin Hotel.
Better name, 100%. Well, yeah. Well, she tries to rehabilitate the sinners because she wants to try and get them to heaven. Because what heaven does is they send angels once a year for the extermination, which is essentially like a purge on the overpopulation of sinners in hell. So it's their excuse to come down and just like re-kill all of these people to like thin out the population. So Charlie, the main character, she tries to set up this hotel where she can rehabilitate sinners and try to get them to heaven to prevent more exterminations from happening because they're her people, like they're sinners, but she's among them essentially. So that's like the basic premise of the
I mean,
show.
she was born there.
She was born there, yeah.
She didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Could you even argue that she's a sinner because like she was just there?
No, she doesn't
Nah.
have a human soul,
Oh, okay.
technically. What? No, no,
Doesn't she?
technically.
'Cause
Well-
she's the daughter of Lilith.
Okay, whoa, what's a good with it?
That we'll get into that. A little bit. Let's not start
We'll
the
save
rabbit holes.
We'll save the rabbit holes for a little bit to the end.
Yep.
So okay. Well, let's start with Charlie.
Yeah, let's start with
Okay.
Charlie.
Charlie's character design, it took me a while to get used to because I really liked the pilot design, but then like as they started like animating her like more demon forms, I was like, oh shit, they did a good job with it.
Her demon forms are really cool.
Mhm.
I like it a lot, and you
Every
don't
time
see
she
it
gets
super
angry.
often. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
just like the slight little like moments of anger, like when
Mhm.
Adam pisses her off and everything. Like she just starts getting the red eyes, and then it goes back like, to normal
Mhm.
until like the very end when you get to see it in full form.
I like
Huh.
that they give a lot of nods throughout the series to the pilot and
Mhm.
like the original cast's outfits.
Oh yeah. Because there's moments where they're
yeah, like
showing-
Charlie, whenever she finds Vaggie, she's wearing the pilot outfit.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
was she?
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's kind of like I guess the outfit change from the pilot to the first episode is like, okay, you have this hotel manager named Alistair, and his whole objective for Charlie is to assist her in providing a environment for sinners to be rehabilitated. He has the power to like make their hotel more functioning because like in the pilot it's a shithole.
But also keep him safe. 'cause
Yes,
he
but
is ridiculously
Mhm.
powerful.
and like, yeah, he has power, he has connections, and shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so like with him being hired on, you know, he probably put them in like a more unified uniforms, you know, something so that everybody kind of matches and looks the same.
That makes sense.
This is what you're gonna wear.
Yeah.
He's
And
establishing some order at the very least.
and he made him match him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, a lot of people are watching it for Alistair, and I can't blame them.
Okay,
he's
yeah,
a radio demon.
He was the
He's-
selling
he's-
point in my
He's
opinion.
mostly red, and he's still mostly red. They changed his voice actor, and people complained. I really have no issue with
That was
I
the
don't-
biggest change that, like, well, I've talked to Bunny Lord about it too. Like, even it took you a minute to kind of get used to it. You overall don't have a problem with it, but you still like the pilot a little bit better,
And
right?
overall, it's still great voice actor, but I think I still like the pilot. a
Pilot
little
had
better.
just a
I
little
don't know, man.
chipper in his voice.
We got way more great moments, like
Hearing him
Alistair
fuss.
moments
Yeah.
throughout the series than we ever did in the pilot.
Mhm.
And like I feel like just based off of that, you know, I prefer the new voice actors.
I have to
more.
agree with Gary. I
Just
kind of
because
like
there's
the
a
new
lot
one.
more a lot more stuff that happened.
Yeah, it's like it's so similar though to the original. Like the pilot one had that radio filter on the entire time, and
Mhm.
it was really leaning onto that like transatlantic accent. Like it was like 95% accent. And then in the actual series now, he still has the accent, but it seems like slightly toned down. And then the filter isn't on all the time. So every now and then you can kind of hear him just like talk normally. And I like that personally because it kind of gives me the idea that like, okay, this is like a facade. Like it's an act. He's kind of doing this as like the character he is. He wants to make sure that he's always in control and stuff. But situations where he either loses control a little bit or like things don't go exactly the way he wants, he loses that radio voice, and it's like indications of like he's not always in control. So I think it like adds a little bit to the character. So I personally like that.
Okay.
The way I saw it at the very least.
I think
I agree.
one of the sorry, I would say like one of the more drastic kind of design changes, but then voice actor changes was Husk.
Oh, Husk had
Okay,
a huge
Yeah,
change.
like he went from like kind of this short, stubby kind of cat to this kind of like taller, more.
like Tomcat kind of
Yeah. And Keith Davis fucking kills it.
nailed it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does.
Like I don't give a
He did a
shit
great
what
job.
anybody says.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh, that one was like
OG Husker, good. It was
great. Yeah,
solid,
no,
solid.
loved it. But
But when you bring in a goat like
he's a fucking
that,
legend.
you cannot do better. Damn. Like, and I love Husker.
Husker is one of my favorite
Mhm.
characters. Like top 5, top 3 maybe. I don't know.
Top 3.
Smart, maybe.
We're gonna have to address that later. Okay. But then we even get kind of like get a little bit more context with him in the that like one episode where he grew a pair of balls for a second and then wet himself basically.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
with
okay.
Alistair.
First off, no, he just mouthed off.
Oh yeah, okay.
He stepped out of
He
line.
stepped out of line,
Yeah.
and Alistair put him in his place. Okay, don't recontextualize that.
Fair enough.
Like
Fair enough.
he said something he shouldn't have said.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
See, and like that's one of those moments where like that filter turned off with Alistair. He's like, "The fuck did you just say?" He's like, "Well, what did you say?"
Oh my
You
god.
ever say that again,
Mhm.
I'll tear your soul apart and broadcast it for the rest of hell to hear.
For every other insignificant sinner who thinks they can, yeah.
Yeah.
My
That
god.
was
that
so
episode alone
good.
for Alistair was. Mwah.
And like as good as it was, it also like threw in a little bit of just context and slight lore that like someone owns Alistair's soul.
Yeah.
He's just as much on a leash as Husk is,
Mm-hmm.
but he never lets it show. He never.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We have to.
See,
keep
this
on
is this
because
it's complex. This show's complex.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot to it, and that's why it's so fun. There's wacky, goofy characters, but they're also like
Some serious elements.
seriously strong too. You know.
Speaking of like wacky, goofy characters, Nifty is the fucking best. And the fucking goat.
And the fucking goat.
Okay, well, okay. I can't give him the
How
title
was
of the goat.
How do we talk about Nifty before we
I
even
know.
talk about Angel
Hit,
Dust?
because I mean, I was right there. I was really
The
battling
first
with the
one.
both of them, if I'm being honest.
We'll go through all of them. It's
Yeah.
okay. We'll go through everyone.
But like Nifty, quick, like
That one can be quick. She
Yeah.
doesn't have to
I mean, she chases bugs around. She's the maid of the hotel.
Uh-huh.
She's really crazy. She has like funny little moments where she comes in and does hilarious stuff.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That's kind of the character.
Now, personally, I do like her pilot outfit better.
What was the pilot outfit?
It was a more kind of
She had a poodle skirt on.
she had a poodle skirt.
She's from the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less maid.
Less maid.
And like I get it, she is the maid. Like they had to put her in. Like totally get it, but like
You can blame Alistair for that one. He probably did the costume change.
But you know,
yeah, that's like nothing crazy though. Voice seems.
No. The voice for Nifty is man, that's gonna drive me up to the wall because we looked it up and I was like, oh wait, no, she's in all kinds of things.
Yes, she is. Yeah, I talked to my coworker about it, and they were telling me how like Nifty's voice actress has actually been in a lot of different Broadway shows.
Oh yeah,
and it's like very
super prolific. Yeah,
I'll look it up. I have cast list here.
Now, okay.
Kimiko Glenn.
Yes.
Oh, she was in Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah. That's right.
And she's the voice of Penny Parker and Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's really
That's
cool.
what the big one.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That's dope.
She was also in BoJack Horseman, My Little Pony, and Carmen Sandiego.
Cool. Okay.
But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse, like Penny Parker. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's iconic as shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Gary brought it up.
Wait, hold on. I like that little moment her and Alistair have.
Oh,
It's like,
I like them. They let me put on cockroach shows and don't boo. that moment?
Yeah, and then she like puts a crown on him. She's like, "You're the cockroach king," and they just laugh together
Oh,
maniacally.
Nifty. To understand your twisted little mind.
Yeah, I like that. That was nice.
It was wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, they're both the same kind of crazy. Okay. That's
If
why
you
they
guys
get along.
if you guys are watching and you're like, what is Nifty's thing? Trust me, you don't want to know. Apparently, Husker confirmed. You don't want to know.
I want to know.
Bartender, he's basically a therapist.
Yeah. He really is, especially for Angel Dust,
Hmm.
who, as we
He's a crack whore.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, he's a crack whore. Yeah,
But a lovable one.
yeah, he's a lovable, coked up, dick sucking hoe.
As he says.
Yeah, as he says. And
Poor guy.
he kind of has I want to say like complicated he does
have a very
he has
complicated
complicated situation that like he's trying to get out of. So one of the common things that happens in this world is that sinners will sell their souls, and it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I was like,
I was like,
I'm
I heard
hearing
that.
it. Yeah. So one of these big things is that like sinners can essentially make deals with other sinners for souls.
Mhm.
And that gives him more power.
And for like weaker ones, like it generally just means helping themselves out of a shitty situation. Angel Dust has their soul sold to somebody, Valentino.
Shit.
Yeah, he's like the king of porn. And you see that like Angel Dust has to be there. Like that is part of like who they are, and they kind of accept that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you see that they don't always want to be.
Yeah, I think he
And
wishes
that's-
he could be more than that.
Like Angel Dust is 100% the porn star,
Mm-hmm.
the drug addict, you know that. But then there's still a little bit of Anthony in there, and Anthony's his like mortal soul's name, and like that's what I guess you could say is pushing more towards wanting to be in this Hazbin Hotel for
Yes.
redemption. Like it's not so much Angel Dust that wants redemption; it's more Anthony.
Yeah, and like originally he is the first member of the hotel, the 1st guest, and he was really only staying because they offered him a free room if he stayed there as like their first guest, because like no one wants to join this hotel right now.
Under the stipulations that like he
That
couldn't
he
do drugs, he couldn't
Yeah.
like
he has to try.
Yeah,
he has to try, and he gets essentially free rent, a free place to stay. He's
Mhm.
like, fuck it, like,
because
why not?
it's an escape from Valentino.
Exactly, which we didn't really know from the pilot. That's something that we learned later on in the show,
Mhm.
and it makes so much more sense.
Also,
Yeah, he's in a really toxic relationship
Mm-hmm.
with the person who owns his soul.
And there is like an official comic out there that shows like how that relationship between Angel Dust and Charlie and Vaggie got established.
Yes. Yeah.
Before we actually start talking about Vaggie, how do you guys feel about like I guess the change from the design for one? Because like think about it,
Of
Angel
Vaggie or
Angel Dust.
Angel Dust.
Think Angel Dust isn't a staff member.
Mm-hmm.
Like why would they really change their outfit?
Well, his character design got changed.
Oh, and that too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's just a change for the animation, essentially.
Not too. You don't think like anything too drastic from them?
Nothing. I honestly barely noticed it, if I'm being honest.
I do like you.
Yeah,
You get to see Angel Dust in a lot of different outfits. I kind of liked
Angel
that.
looks fluffier now. That's literally the
Fluffier,
difference.
yes.
Like his fluff is like a little bit more prominent.
And for you guys, it's just chest fluff. Okay.
They're not
Nothing-
tits.
They're not tits.
Unless you want them to be.
I mean, they're not, but everybody thinks they are.
They're just soft pillows.
Yeah, I honestly didn't really even notice that much of a difference, like slightly, but it's also been a while since I saw the pilot. Like, again, I watched that maybe like 2 years ago, and I watched the pilot after I finished like binging the series again.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Dude, the voice actor does a really good impression of the OG
Mm-hmm.
voice actor.
I didn't even realize they changed it until like a little ways in. I was like, oh wait,
Dude,
no,
it's
There's a
scarily
little-
good.
Mhm.
It's scarily good. Like, man.
And like
he can sing.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. Have you seen that? There's a video out there of him like live
The live
singing
performance.
Poison, and it's phenomenal. Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up his name. 'Cause I
Like that's also like a big thing that probably should be noted. Like when we said that they had like Broadway stars, it's because like there is some phenomenal singing moments. Like
Blake Roman
Mhm.
is
We'll
voice
get,
actor.
we get more into the music a little bit later, but now Baggy had kind of a
Drastic change.
yeah, like
I mean, she's wearing more of like an actual uniform outfit.
mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be honest, I really like the voice actor change a lot.
Love
more.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Because I love Stephanie Beatrice.
Yeah,
She's so fucking good. She's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
love her in
She
that.
plays Rosa in there, and it's essentially the same voice that she uses to
Yeah.
play Rosa. It's like that badass, like cop
Same kinda
type voice,
attitude,
same
like,
attitude, you
mhm.
know. Like, yeah, no, perfect cast. When I heard her in the first Amazon episode, I was like, I know that voice, and I double checked, and I was like, yes, she's so good. Like, I didn't even think about her, when they were recasting, but I was like, yeah, no, this makes a lot of sense, honestly.
How do you feel about that one, Buddy Lord?
Baggy?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you prefer the new voice actor over the original?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like it matches the character that Vaggie is a little bit better.
Yeah.
I thought honestly they both were fine, but I do like the new one still. Like I don't have any complaints.
Did we ever see the bow turn into horns again in this new season?
Yes.
Oh, we did.
Yes. When she was fighting Carmilla.
She's
Argentinian.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not know that. Wow. Oh, wow. I literally just read
Huh.
down a little bit.
What?
No wonder I like her so much. She's cool.
What
Like,
is
that's my
she?
people.
What?
No. Think about it. Like Vaggie's something like kind of special, or kind of like similar to like Lucifer, I would guess, because like she
Like a
she can
fallen-
grow horns.
and wings.
No. They weren't horns. I think they were just like, she was all fired up. So like her design got a little bit more like demonic
Edgy?
looking and edgy. Her bow is not horns.
Okay, you don't think that's okay?
Do you think they just like moved? It was just like a design thing.
Yeah, it was a design thing.
Okay, not intentionally looking like horns, because she can grow the wings.
Yeah.
'cause,
Spoiler warning.
it's what we said it enough
I
times.
know, I know.
Vaggie's an angel.
I mean, it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
according
It's
to fucking
hilarious.
Carmilla, it's not rocket
It's
science.
hilarious. In the pilot, they like, we just have like some hints just based off of context and character design. Everybody makes all these theories, and in the show, she's just like, there's all these little nods of like, oh yeah, no, obviously that's that. Come on, like anybody could put that together.
That's funny. It was literally like the creator saying like, y'all are overthinking this way too
You guys overthink
That,
a lot.
and she like had little things that everybody's been asking. or like commenting, like the egg boys.
Egg boys.
Egg boys are one of my favorite things in the entire show.
Egg
Those
boys.
are your ears or your hair? I can't tell. Like that's us.
Oh, they're so funny.
Egg boys are the fans in the.
Yeah.
Yes.
They provide the commentary
Yeah.
that we've had for the last couple of years.
I think we only have one.
One other person to talk
Oh,
about.
I think we only have one egg boy left.
I don't even know.
Oh.
I don't even know.
Wait, did they go with
I
Serpentious?
don't know.
They loaded. They helped him. They helped.
They should. They deserve a spot up
Okay,
there with
if
him.
you guys don't know who we're talking about, and for those of you who do know what we're talking about him,
The
Sir Pentious. Okay, man is the GOAT. Sealed the deal with the woman he loved. For
Mhm.
those of you who have an issue with that, they're in hell. They can't do any fucking worse.
This is true.
She
She's-
almost slept with him when she found out he had 2 dicks.
See, yeah.
She did. She was like,
She thought about it for a second. She was like,
He was more willing. He was willing to sacrifice himself for his friends and the people he cares and loves about. First, confirmed soul to be redeemed and goes to heaven. Serpentius is him.
he is him.
in the
The
finale,
funniest fucking character.
when they rebuild the hotel, they have like a little statue memorial to him, and I'm just like, good.
Dude, I
I
really
never thought he'd
really
be like such a big character.
Yeah,
know.
no, like from the pilot, I thought he was like a one-off gag character
Mhm.
that just like comes in, fucks with Alistair, and gets his shit rocked right away. But no, he ended up being like an actual side character that was so entertaining and just got along with everyone like after a while. And it was so good. And I love the voice change or the voice actor change for him too,
Oh yeah, he killed it.
because it's the same guy who voices Adam.
Yeah.
It's fucking Alex Brightman,
Yeah.
and he killed it.
Do you know who else they voiced?
Alex-
Zarali.
Oh yeah,
Fizzarelli.
Fizzarelli. Yes, yeah.
From-
Talk about that.
Yeah.
From
which
hell
is
of them.
crazy.
Dude, man is talented. Man is
Mad
fucking
talented.
talented. He also plays the Broadway musical version of Beetlejuice.
Do not.
Yes. Yes.
Did you say Beetlejuice?
I
Yes.
swear, y'all don't play that game with me, okay? If you
Never watched
bring
Beetlejuice?
that motherfucking madman into this house, Beetlejuice. I don't play that fucking shit, okay? You spill salt, you
Beetlejuice.
throw it over your left shoulder. Fucking hell, man. Y'all bring that madman here. I'm letting y'all deal with him.
If he sings me a song, it'll be okay.
No.
I'm just kidding.
You wanna do Calypso?
I'm kidding. Look, he also his Broadway debut was in Wicked, which is really cool. I didn't know that. He's a huge icon in like Broadway. Fantastic fucking
Dude, he's great as Adam.
yeah. Oh
He's
my God.
hilarious. I love Adam.
Yeah, that's a-
and he
that's a
kills it when he
character.
sings too.
He has such like really good frat boy energy, and it just nails it for Adam, like the first man, you know,
Wrote the
Adam.
clip, bruh.
The first Chad.
the first Chad, literally.
That shouldn't have been his name. Adam should have never been the name. It should have been Chad. Chad and Eve.
No, it's not like biblical. Yeah.
I know, but like.
No,
They
yeah,
call him Chad. It's like I changed my name to Chad.
no, but like back.
I'm the first man. I named myself.
Oh my god.
I named myself.
I named myself. I could see that.
His songs are great. His song with Hell is Forever, like earlier.
Oh, with Loot? Yeah.
yes.
Bro,
Oh my
he's
God.
Such an asshole. I love it.
So
he's
guitar solo, fuck yeah.
Guitar solo, fuck yeah, is probably my favorite.
I
fucking
showed that
line.
clip to my boss to try to get him to like pick up the show. He's like, "Oh, that's funny." And this man is like uber Catholic, so but he's willing to give it a shot. I'm like, "Hey, I'm Catholic too, and I really like this show." So does that say something about me? I don't know. But I enjoy it, and don't take it too seriously. It's animation. It's a cartoon. Like it's just
It's adult
really,
animation.
yeah, it's
they're,
adult
they're
animation.
willing to take on the trope of heaven and hell and
Yeah.
angels and demons and do it in like through a creative musical lens with
Mhm.
wacky characters and like different elements. So just take it how it is.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Like somebody's being creative and having fun with something.
Mhm.
Why ruin it?
Yeah, it's not like spreading like bad, I don't know, bad things like to people. It's literally just telling a
No.
fun story, adding musical elements to it, like you said.
I
Like,
mean, you're not like
take it too
seeing
seriously.
somebody like sacrifice a person to like summon anything. You know, it's
Not
not
yet.
like it's not that bad. It's a little crude sometimes, but you know, it's hell.
what adult cartoon isn't at this point?
It's
Yeah.
hell, but there's people in hell trying to do better. So you know,
Yeah, the theme of it is actually not bad. And what's funny that you bring that up, that song "Hell Is Forever" with Adam and Charlie and everything, that song is technically classified as a Christian rock song because it is.
Oh,
I know.
my God.
I know. It's classified under like bands like Skillet and everything, dude. Because it literally talks about like themes of heaven and hell, which is what Christian rock songs do, and it's like a rock song.
they're burning for their lives until we kill them again. Yeah, Christian rock.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Say Christian rock sucks.
I know. I had
That's hilarious.
to bring that up because I thought it was hilarious, and it's such a good song too.
Okay, so like that's actually a really excellent way to pivot into like talking about some of their like the music.
Well, we never talked. Did we talk about Alistair? We did talk about Alistair, right?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. It's-
And we'll get to like the other like not like we won't cover the main cast. We'll get to the other like side characters.
Mhm.
But so the music has been a major aspect of this universe
Mhm.
because before we even got the new season, we got like little tidbits of like lore through songs.
Yeah. They're like more fan songs kind of.
Are they
right?
fan
No,
songs?
no,
Or are they
some,
like-
some of them were like officially like VIP, or not VIP. What is it? Fucking
Addict.
addict.
Addicted.
Yeah.
Addicted with Cherry Bomb and
Angel Dust.
Angel
Mhm.
Dust.
That was
Oh,
official.
that one's official.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that's
thinking of like
official.
Insane, for example.
Insane is official too.
Oh,
Yep.
really? Okay.
Radio Play is official too.
Yeah, radio play.
What about Smile Like You Mean It?
No, that's fan.
That's fan.
Mhm.
Needs
And
to
then
be.
Eyes on Me for Vox. That's
yeah,
official.
That's official.
Oh, that's dope.
And
Mhm.
Valentino's song, I'm pretty sure, is too.
That's so cool.
Okay. And
Yeah, well, there's official songs out there that like gave us lore,
mm-hmm.
but also like in the pilot there was multiple songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just it's a musical universe.
Mhm.
You know that we have a Disney princess in hell essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Perfect way to sum up the show.
Mhm.
It's literally the Disney Princess.
And so there's something that we do have to like slightly address because it is in the notes. As recent, I'm gonna like kind of addressing it to y'all who have seen the series and like you guys are like talking about. Okay, for the love of fucking God, keep the goddamn energy now that the season's ended. Okay, because I'm not.
Speak for yourself, fool.
I will speak for my fucking self.
Okay.
No,
Like-
we're talking about all the people who are just
Oh.
jumping
Out of
in,
nowhere,
who are-
just, like,
who are
popped out, like,
oh man, this is awesome,
Mhm.
and they want to put in all this input and everything. It's like, okay, keep that energy after.
Yeah.
Like let's
can get more.
Let's keep talking about it. Let's keep it relevant. Let's get that season 2.
Hopefully, it's gonna air season 2 mid 2025.
It's
And, like,
confirmed they're working on it.
I need some of y'all to like do your fucking homework, okay? If your the knowledge of the base knowledge for this is just what they put out on Amazon, you don't know dick.
Like, check out more. There's so much more that Amazon doesn't
There's
put out.
comics. There are the songs. Like, okay, you guys see that there's like a relationship between Vox and Valentino, but if you hadn't heard the fucking song, you guys wouldn't know that there's actually like a real connection between them.
Mhm.
Like they
Probably
have
have a contract between each other.
yeah,
My money, Valentino 100% owns Vox's soul.
that's a good theory.
Or what
think
if
so.
Fox owns Valentino's?
Nah, because it's a toxic one, and like Valentino 100% is like,
Valentino
I wouldn't
seems
say
like
in
he should be more
charge.
powerful too.
yeah, I wouldn't say in charge, but he got that silver tongue, I think.
Like
That's
the
how
way
he-
the way that Vox approached Valentino whenever he was kind of like, remember when Velvet
was
was
out
like
of it?
get him in check
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
whatever?
you're-
That's something that
Go
you
deal with the
do.
piss baby.
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
a child with too much power.
Yeah.
That's the
That's exactly
feeling.
what
Yeah,
it
that's a
is.
good way to put it. Yeah.
That's what makes me feel like he's probably the one kind of like more in charge than Vox. Because Vox had to be like, see, isn't that a good idea? If Vox
Mhm.
was in charge, he'd be like, stop this shit right now. Like he'd be more just like, do this instead of like, that's a good idea.
Oh.
You should not do that. You know, it's more manipulative.
Knows how to like oh wow.
Vox is way smarter than Valentino, but Valentino I think is like the one with
More power.
more influence at the very
Mhm.
least.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's like the producer. So that's a great point.
No, but Vox has like Vox Tech, right? If he gets
Mhm.
somebody to buy something, now they're brainwashed, and everything else that he puts out, they're gonna buy. You remember that scene during the little Alistair versus Vox,
Mm-hmm.
right? And all those people, like you see them, he's like, oh, it's like this bullshit ass product, and everybody goes and buys all of them.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
As because they're brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like once they buy a Vox Tech product, he basically owns your soul.
Yeah.
Does that mean that everyone's cell phone is a Vox Tech cell phone, or do you think they're not?
Mhm.
Mm.
I'm
Because-
sure.
What if
I'm
it's
sure
more Velvet
Charlie's phone
related?
was like given to her by Lucifer.
What if that's more of like on the Velvet side of things?
Yeah.
No, the tech stuff is 100% Vox, not Velvet.
But
So they definitely
everything
work
is
together
social
at the very
media.
least.
Yeah. But
He creates them, but it's still like would be
So
like
what if
her.
for her she's like, oh yeah, no, with the phones, I don't want you to, take their souls. Like we need them to be in control of themselves
What
so
if-
they can get on social media.
What if Vox provides like more of just the medium to let Velvet and Valentino have their influence on the people?
I mean, pretty much.
probably, yeah.
Like that just makes the most sense. Vox has the technology. What are
The
you laughing at?
V's.
I was just trying to tell everybody to like make sure you keep the energy, stay a good fan, keep talking about it, and we went down a fucking V rabbit hole.
That's the first one of many.
Bruh,
It's
it's
gonna
a
happen.
good show. Like,
It's a
just
good show.
watch the shit. Watch this shit.
And like,
alright?
let's just keep talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
keep the conversation going. Like, we love the fucking theories. There's so many out there. If you guys have any, let us know about them.
The fun part about it is very much like a classic cartoon. And I'm talking like golden age cartoons where everything happening in the background adds to the lore. You know, there's characters that add to their lore. There's little things that are said here and there. There's parts of character designs. It's like they put a lot of thought and effort into the actual show and the
attention
design
to detail
and
is out
the
of
animation with the attention to detail they've got. And it's like even in the hotel, the Morning Star crest is on the wallpaper in the back. Right? So that tells you that at some point Charlie's dad owned that hotel too, and he did something there. So like, you know what I mean? And then it makes you kind of want to see what else was going on.
It sets up itself to tell more stories, whether it happened before or whether it hasn't happened yet. Basically, just with the visual details that they throw in, especially like the whole the visuals you see in More Than Anything. Like, there's a lot of visuals there that I think imply a lot of things about Lilith.
That even in Helluva Boss, you know, even in Helluva Boss, like a lot of the little background things show a little more information about lore and characters and stuff, right? And there's multiple avenues to like enjoy this show, right? So if you're not like really with the musical aspect of things, but you're there for the story, okay, well there's also the Helluva Boss series on YouTube.
That one's less musical. It's more like story.
It's still musical
driven.
though.
It does have songs, yeah. Like not as much. It's not like every episode you get 2 songs. Every now and then, like every other episode will have a song probably.
I'm sad we're not getting more music.
Are we done getting music from Helluva?
I'm talking from Hazbin.
Oh, I was like, don't tell me that.
Bro, that was great. Every 2 weeks, new episodes, or every week, 2
new songs for my
drop.
playlist.
Oh yeah, damn.
Well, it's 2 new songs per episode, so it's 4 songs. It's just like yes.
So good. But dude, check out Helluva if you want more like story stuff. And I think Helluva is like maybe slightly funnier. It's more like what's the word for it? If it like goes off the handle a lot. It's a little crazier, I guess, if you want to say.
Just like adventures.
More adventure, like risque. It does have a good story, like a really good plot that starts developing.
You know what Helluva is? It's if you let Peter Griffin write the script.
Sure.
It's little like they go off the rails and like it's like how the fuck did we get here? But it's just like
But I mean,
at the end you're just like, well, yeah, I guess that kind of made sense.
It is more episodic. Like each episode kind of tells its own story, but then it loosely has like this story element that continues throughout until you get to like the finale of season 1 and starting season 2. Then you can really tell like, oh, this is like a main story.
Episode 3. So I mean, like it's like if you don't include the pilot, technically,
the pilot's no longer canon.
It's not.
It's
really?
not?
Yep.
Yeah, with them in the office talking about their commercial and stuff, that's no longer canon.
Why?
Yeah.
It's literally taken off of the playlist for Helluva. It's because technically in the pilot, Stolas is going to be a villain.
Oh, really?
Oh.
They completely pivoted.
Yeah, and that's also why, like, I'm not saying they changed Stolas' voice actor because of that. I think it was just creative differences or something.
Okay.
But yeah, Stolas was technically
More of a villain.
was going to be a villain.
Well, comparing like the 2 voice actors, I actually just watched a clip like a couple days ago comparing the pilot Stolas to the one that we have now. And the pilot Stolas definitely sounds like he could have been like
A villain,
more of a villain, but the current voice actor for Stolas seems more like
Thirsty.
thirsty. Yes. Yes.
He's a thirsty owl.
But like more like you could sympathize with him. Like he doesn't seem
He's
like
softer.
a dick.
It just seems
He's
softer.
yeah, in like
He's
a,
softer,
a regal way, kind of like that's the word that I was looking for. It's more regal.
But like using Stolas, so okay, like technically episode 2, I guess, when Lululand, right? It's this whole story about like how a father's trying to connect with his daughter while they go through this divorce and like all this shit going down. But like
Episode.
in the background, it's just like, let's just burn a fucking amusement park to the ground.
And
Because of
a
his-
robot Fizzarelli
yeah,
comes
because
out
it-
burned and everything
Yeah,
too.
because of his grudge with a robot version of his old best friend.
That must have been so traumatic.
Right.
Walking out of the fire and attacking him.
Yeah. He did not.
Dude, that is terrible.
Oh my god, seeing the robot version come out of the fire.
Yeah,
it's like,
dude. No, if you see that the first time, you're like, oh wow, creepy robot. But after seeing season 2 and that
Like
episode,
knowing the context of the history between Fizzarelli and
that's what I'm
Blitz.
saying. It has really good rewatchability.
Bro, this show is spicy. If you like drama, watch this show. Let me tell you,
Mhm.
there's tea.
And great character development too.
It's like a hell of a novella.
It
Yes,
is. It's a
novella.
fucking novella.
Hell of a novella.
Yes. Oh, maybe that's how I pitched to Pablo. I was like, dude, think about it. It's kind of a novella.
Yeah.
Like maybe if I can get it from that angle, he'll give it a shot.
It's not anime. It's animation.
It's an anime novella.
Yeah. Oh my god.
In
That's
hell.
gonna be a new.
In hell. It's great though. It's great.
And so okay, so we I think we all agree like the first season for Helluva Boss story. Mwah.
Helluva or Hazbin?
Hazbin, sorry.
Or has been.
For Hazbin, yes. What do you guys kind of like expect the direction to be for season 2? I guess because like I remember when we saw the pilot and we kind of guessed like, what do you think is gonna come out in the first season? Like one of the big ones was I was like theorizing like who's gonna be redeemed.
Mhm.
We really thought somebody was gonna get redeemed this episode.
Mm.
You know, like people thought it was Angel Dust because it was their first person. Kind of voted like Serpentius because like we knew he was like there was like the rumors he was gonna end up joining.
Mhm.
Kind of made sense for him. to
Yeah,
be-
yeah, for sure. I'm glad it was him, honestly, over Angel Dust because I think like Angel Dust's story is not over in the slightest.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, also we don't know how someone's soul belonging to someone else if that affects that. You know, like we don't know if he has to get his soul back.
That's a
be
great.
Yeah, because he
able to
doesn't have his
redeem it.
soul. He doesn't own his soul. So
How does
how
he
do you get
redeem
redeemed?
his soul that he doesn't
Yeah.
even own?
Yeah.
Oh,
my
shit, that's
God.
a great point, dude.
So Serpentius, he probably just owns his soul and he like became better.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that
he-
kind of just like defeats my theory. I was gonna say like if Alistair would have been killed by Adam protecting his friends, he wouldn't have been redeemed because he didn't own his soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so crazy to think.
Wow.
Because I was thinking Alistair probably would have been redeemed if Adam would have killed him,
Mhm.
but he didn't own his soul. so
I
he
don't know.
probably
Even
wouldn't.
if like
Adam
that was,
probably
I think
definitely
he was
owns his soul.
defending more so like his image and
And his pride.
and the friends. But like he was not going up defending the ideals of the hotel all altruistic.
No.
Because he believes in Charlie's cause. Like that's not the
It
case.
was,
at
it was
all,
more like
in my
fuck
opinion.
around with me and find out I'm associated to this and you have the audacity to come in here and do that. No.
It was a power move. I think he saw the
Yeah.
opportunity to kind
First
of like,
man, next,
to die. Like, yeah. Well, my thoughts at least. But I do like your
Kill you.
soul like theory. Like, yeah, I didn't even think.
I didn't think about that. That's fucking crazy. So, like, I guess kind of go with the soul, who has their soul kind of thing. I saw this little theory. We just dabble in it, okay? Don't jump into the fucking hole, okay, guys? That one of the ways you can slightly maybe identify those who have their souls and those who don't is off the color of their eyes.
Yeah, really?
Like,
I've
if you
heard
look at
that.
Husk, his like the whole like interior of his eye is black.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But then if you look at the V's, all red. If you look at Serpentius, his eyes were red,
What about Nifty?
black.
Oh man, you're right.
You know who else has black eyes?
Angel Dust.
Alistair. Oh, Angel Dust. That's another one though. Angel Dust does have a black
Alistair
eye.
has red eyes.
No, he does not.
They're red.
His pupil is red, but the whole exterior. Oh, wait, fuck. Maybe you're right. Wait, but that's not. That's from the fucking pilot.
Looking it
I'm
up right
just
now.
poking holes in your theories, bro.
I mean, it's not my theory. It was just something I put up. Like
Sorry.
I heard it, and I was like, okay.
I do like that theory because I saw the same one, but I don't think the eyes completely have to do with anything.
Ooh, but hold on. Think about this. When he goes into his demon form, it's just red, like the radio symbol, and it's black all around it.
That is true. Because he owns souls.
He has
Mhm.
black pupils.
Wait, wait, no.
But does he own his own?
Yeah.
He has black pupils.
Who?
Alistair.
Are
I don't
you talking
know.
about like the out
The iris or
the outer part of the eye,
Yeah,
like
or-
the part of the eye that is white?
There you go, bingo.
Okay, that's the ret or the
Cornea?
no cornea is internal.
Oh, I don't fucking know that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Not
there
an
are
optometrist.
indications of, there has to be some kind of visual
Said
indication.
cornea.
Maybe we
Now I
don't.
want corn on the cob.
Elote?
Hello.
I'm sorry.
You know the X's, like you know on Baggy's eye,
Yes.
like the X, that's where she got hit. whenever Alistair turns more into like his demon form, he has that X right here on his forehead.
That's where he got.
That's where he got shot, right?
Yes.
Being mistaken for a deer.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. My coworker told me about that too, and I was like, that's fucking crazy. I
Yeah,
had
see,
no
the
idea.
fandom's crazy. Like, we crazy.
Mhm.
Look at every detail and analyze all of it because, like, been waiting
that good.
years for this. But also, it's that good. Yeah.
One of
And
the
a lot of the characters are mommies and daddies. I'm just saying.
who was it? Auntie
Rosie.
Rosie.
I love
Oh
Rosie.
my god, she could be
So
my aunt
sweet.
any day of the week.
Like,
as long as she
dude,
doesn't
if
eat
she
meat.
wasn't a cannibal, she'd be such.
She would not be in hell.
Right? Like that's probably the only thing keeping her in hell. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. But you're
She's
so
there.
sweet.
She's a romantic. She helps others without like asking for anything really in return.
Yeah, she's like that Thea that you like,
Yeah.
go to. Just don't go to her when she's hungry.
She's really classy too. That's
Yeah.
I also think why her and Alistair are friends. She's classy.
Susan.
They're
old
Sorry.
They're old school.
You, of course. But we both said Susan at the exact same time.
You knew with my scuff. So okay, like back to like what is like. Do you guys have any other like expectations for season 2? One thing, like I guess we're
I
all
want
kinda,
Adam.
I want
I
more.
want Adam in hell.
Adam in
I
hell.
want Adam in hell.
And I
Mhm.
want Luke to come down there and be like, oh God,
What happened to you?
What has happened to you?
Am I vile and disgusting?
Mm.
Because if she if she has feelings for him,
Mm.
and then he's a demon, and she told Vaggie and Charlie like your love is blasphemous, vile and blasphemous.
Mhm.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
I see. I want to imagine personally, like Adam, like waking up in hell, and the first thing he goes to do is try to take the mask off, and he's like, "Oh, this is
it's
my
not a
face
mask
now."
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like his.
Because
Like,
dude, he looked
center.
more like a fucking demon as an angel until that mask came off. Like what? What is the point?
Oh yeah, I had to
of The
preface that when I
Exorcist?
showed my boss. I was like, "That." He was like, "That's Adam," and I'm like, "It's a mask. I promise." Like,
Yeah,
He's wearing armor.
He's wearing armor. He was like, "Okay."
Bro, it's so weird like approaching somebody who's kind of Christian with something like this because it's like I promise it's not like meant to be offensive. It's
Yeah,
just
that's the thing.
taking
It's-
some of the themes and telling a fun, interesting story with it. It's not like shitting on beliefs or anything.
Yeah,
like
like no,
that.
no, like
It's
I
just
genuinely like
fun.
y'all know that I'm a very religious person, but I don't see it as offensive at all. Like I genuinely see it as just like a parody. Like it's funny. I don't know. It takes interesting ideas, tells an interesting story. There was a lot of like comedy into it, and maybe I have a dark sense of humor, but I genuinely think it's fine, and I can separate it from like what's real and what's not. So like for those people that see it and just see it as like, oh, it shows
Martin.
talks about demons and shit.
What
like,
is real and what's not?
who knows? Who's to say?
God bless you.
real?
Mm-hmm. God bless you. Oh,
I was talking shit.
for real.
Anyways, yeah.
I'm sorry, I just had to poke your fucking.
Yeah, you're good. You threw me off though. I don't know what I was saying anymore.
I want to see Alistair tell Charlie to do something fucked up.
The
Mm.
deal they made.
Oh, that
They made a
favor's
deal,
gonna.
and he was like, "You owe me a favor. You're not gonna have to hurt someone, but you're gonna have to do what I tell you."
Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah. Okay. So we've like addressed the music somewhat, but we haven't really addressed like our favorite songs.
Right.
So I guess I don't know if I can go first. Shit. Now that I think about it.
Loser is a great
Loser.
song.
Yeah, you're
Like,
a
that's
loser. Is
iconic.
I can.
I know though. We were both
yeah.
sang that on the way back from the convention yesterday. We sang that entire song from beginning to end. Like
For love. I'm sorry.
Out for Love.
Ooh,
Out for Love,
Out for love.
yeah.
That's
Hell's Greatest Dad and Out for Love.
yes.
Yeah, Hell's Greatest Dad, Out for Love.
Hell's Greatest Dad is what like I saw that on YouTube before I was caught up to it, and when I saw that I was like, fuck, I need to watch like the rest of this, and then I binged the rest of the season up until that point.
I also like. Is it Should Have Stayed Gone?
Yeah.
Stayed Gone.
Yeah, or Stayed Gone. Stayed Gone.
Oh, that one's Vox and Alistair.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good back and forth. I love that song because it starts with Vox saying like, you're gonna wish you'd stayed gone, and then it ends with Alistair saying, you're gonna wish I'd stayed gone.
Uh huh.
Like I love the power dynamic between the two. So well written.
Great way to kind of show the rivalry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for me personally, the rest are kind of like
I
like
like the
them.
finale.
the finale. Yeah, The finale song. Yeah,
I want to listen to it more. Well, I like because it's a reprise, isn't it? Or
No, that's More Than Anything.
More Than Anything.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like
The reprise is really good. I love
If it would have been longer, I definitely would have teared up more.
that. I would have cried.
Yeah.
If
More
the
Than Anything
reprise was long.
reprise, Charlie and Vaggie singing. Oh, like
Oh.
they had no true, really like romantic duet in the entire thing until that one.
at least
And-
they got that.
Yeah, because I'm sorry they needed one.
hmm I personally really love the original, like more than anything. Like that, I teared up a little bit with that.
Oh
one.
yeah,
that
yeah.
one hit
I
hard.
tear up with that one every time.
So good. I sang it like a lot.
yeah.
It's a really well written song, and I love what it does for Lucifer as a character too. Like,
Mhm.
one of the things that I didn't even realize, I didn't expect Lucifer to be a good character, like a good dad, I guess. You know?
Mhm.
The
I-
bumbling dad who doesn't know how to connect.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be just like the dad who's not in the picture, doesn't care. You know? I mean, he's fucking Lucifer.
Mhm.
Would you blame him for
Yeah,
being a shit dad? No, he actually like cares.
Turns out, like that's his one redeeming quality.
Yeah.
He's a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's a terrible dad.
Well,
but
he's
he
a terrible
cares.
dad, but he cares and he wants to be a better dad.
Yeah.
And I think if you have that in a character, that's what makes you a good dad overall.
And I think he fully redeemed it. You know, come at me and my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you're at my house, bitch.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. They
That's-
have some good moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of those songs are so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like Poison.
Poison is
Poison's
fantastic.
solid. Oh my god, yes.
I think I like Poison more than Addicted. I like
That I don't.
I know, but I do. I think that one's better.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I like Addicted too.
Y'all have been listening to Addicted a lot longer than I have.
Yeah.
So.
True.
And we have like so many covers of it. You know, Amelie covered it.
No, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I really want to see what she covers from this. I hope she covers like more
I hope
songs from
yeah,
it.
I hope she covers like one or two.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
She covers the entire playlist. Like we are blessed.
We're
We are
eating.
blessed.
We are-
If Amelie covers the whole thing, like yes.
Yeah, I'd be really curious to see what she does. I know that on one of her streams, she was talking to Sayu, and they were talking about like potentially doing like a duet with Hell's Greatest Dad, Lucifer and
Ooh.
Alistair, and maybe like
Oh,
Sayu
man.
playing Alistair and her playing Lucifer. I think that could be kind of fun.
I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I could see it.
They have the dynamic for it, the way they like
Oh,
sick her
yeah.
and shit. I think that'd be really funny to see.
Huh. I'd like to. I think they do a good loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are so fucking good. Keith David singing is not it's something that I never knew I needed until I heard it.
He's been in other things.
I know, but I don't listen to him. Like I saw it such a long
Yeah,
time ago.
that-
The
Dude,
Princess
yeah,
and the
he's
Frog.
Literally
I
incredible.
forgot,
Dr.
I know.
Facilier, like he's an iconic like Disney villain.
I know, but I wasn't exposed to him singing as much as like his just regular acting roles.
No, I'm sorry. The song from that is starting to pop up in my head.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Oh my god.
Already did that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because like when I watched that, I was a kid and like I didn't really
Okay.
realize
fair.
it was Keith David. Like now I
Came out when
follow.
we were older.
We were like preteen.
Yeah, we were like, yeah.
We were like in maybe middle school.
Really? I thought we were in high school.
No, we're
hey,
old.
You got your phone over there? You mind
Oh.
looking up when that? Oh, you don't have your phone over there. Damn. Okay.
You know what's funny? And I love this genuinely. Like nobody mentioned the what was
Welcome
it?
to
You didn't
Heaven?
know.
Oh.
Welcome to heaven.
That is their lowest ranked song. Welcome to Heaven is the lowest rank in like the fan base, which is so funny. Like no one wants to.
Nobody wants
No one gives a shit about heaven. The fun is all in hell.
I'm gonna say it because nobody else has.
And everybody.
I will be honest. I have I've maybe on my own listened to this one song twice.
It starts with sorry.
It starts with sorry.
I thought it was cute.
It's cute, but by no means is it something that I'm just like.
You can't jam out to that.
No, I don't. I don't
Every
at
other
all.
song you can jam out to, but it starts with sorry is more of a like a.
It's a
That's a
musical
Disney song.
Fun,
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
musical.
It's
song.
what
Disney
makes the
princess
show a
song,
musical.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's I love Serpentius's fault parts though.
Yeah, it's funny. You need it. You need that song for sure.
Mhm.
But it's not one that I'm gonna.
We needed
go and jam.
Serpentius singing more.
he actually only was in 2 songs.
Yeah,
what I'm
I know.
saying. Hmm.
Charlie had was in 10 songs,
Holy
Wow.
shit.
as the main character should be.
Yeah.
I mean, I jam out to Hell Is Forever. That one is fucking.
Yeah,
That's a
that one's really
bop,
good.
bro.
That one's a bop.
So good. Princess and the Frog came out in 2009.
Jeez, we weren't even in high school.
We're old.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Why do I remember? Oh, it's probably because
So yeah, he was right. Like
Yeah, we were fucking
We're
preteen.
about
14.
Happy Day in Hell.
I love Happy Day in Hell.
Yeah,
that
I love
literally
Happy Day in
introduces
Hell.
Charlie.
That is like Charlie
In a nutshell.
In a
Kinda
nutshell,
song,
yeah.
Yeah.
We're ready for this.
Ready for this?
Really, I love that song.
I like the finale more than that song.
I'll be honest, the finale.
Really?
I
That's-
actually
that's
am
where
not a
we
huge
disagree.
fan of the finale.
Song or the actual episode?
The song.
I would say I'm
No,
ready.
The
Like-
song. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Out for Love kind of.
Out for Love is really growing on me.
Overshine.
Out for Love got number 7 in the worldwide songs for Spotify. It beat like Nicki Minaj and it beat I think like a Drake song or something.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really high up there.
What's crazy is there's also a bunch of different language like versions of these songs.
Uh-huh.
There's a Spanish version of Out for Love that my coworker said is amazing.
Oh, I bet it would be.
I haven't checked it
Oh,
out
yeah.
yet, but dude, like it's so cool. And I've seen a bunch of like Japanese versions of just scenes, not even the singing, but just like scenes in Japanese, and they sound amazing. They sound so good.
fuck.
Alistair sounds sinister.
I recently saw like the in the pilot where he tells him like, darling, if I wanted to kill anybody, I would have done so already. Like that in different languages.
Yes.
Dude, German, I was like, ha.
Oh, is it? I bet it's
That's
terrifying.
the fucking boogeyman, bro.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was just so aggressive and yeah. Japanese
so-
also was just kind of like, nightmare fuel.
Nightmare Fuel. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's so cool getting to see it like adapted in a bunch of different languages, so more people can see it and like realize how good of this show
I
is.
think it's funny because like when I see it in English, I'm just like, oh, that was so cool. Heard it in other languages, I'm like, I'm not sleeping tonight.
I love the Nightmare Fuel. Like
Yeah.
all those scenes where Alistair like has his more sinister demonic sides come out. It's like it just looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, just so we can kind of dive into the theories, I guess, with everything. One of the big one, I guess, that we've seen is like when Alistair made that deal with Charlie, and we saw him like briefly for that split second. You see his smiles like got stitches running up his mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and they're green, and it's just like, what does that mean?
He's like forced to smile.
That I see. I thought that's one.
That's what I'm thinking.
The other theory is that it's actually a reference towards voodoo magic and stuff, like the actual like, lore behind it. Like actually, it has to do with like
That
like
he's
that.
like, there's a voodoo doll version of him. Or
No,
something.
no,
He
no.
has
He's a
like
witch doctor
voodoo
more.
based.
Oh, that
Mm.
I
he
know
has
his
that.
his powers inspired by that, but actually in like the actual lore, like true lore, it has to just symbolism for voodoo magic and stuff. It doesn't actually mean anything. That's what
Mm.
also people are thinking.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Vivzy inspires him from like voodoo magic and like
Gotcha.
voodoo and stuff. But that's just another theory.
Yeah.
One thing I think I've either heard this or I thought it or something, is I think his mouth is sewn up because like in those moments, like he wants to talk about something, but
He can't.
he can't.
Oh.
And it being like more part of that stipulation, like part of his
Deal
deal.
or
Like he wants to tell somebody about his deal, but he can't.
Maybe.
I mean, Husker knows about it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we dive deeper into that like whole thing, like what keeps Husker. Like he's in the song, like he says he gave up his in Loser. He says he gave up his soul to save his power. Like that's a line in there, and I always thought about it. I'm like, well, what does that mean?
Well, he used to be an overlord.
gamble. He used to gamble with souls. Like that was his whole thing, was gambling with souls. And
But to save his
he
power.
lost more.
He still wants respect in hell. That's his
Yeah.
power. He didn't want to
so
be
it's
just
more
a,
of like
a
a-
loser baby. So
I thought he meant like he was referring to some actual power.
no,
or
100%
something.
it's his respect in hell.
So okay, respect, credibility.
Yeah,
essentially.
credibility,
like
that's-
status,
Mhm,
basically.
status versus now that he kind of like works for Alistair, he still gets the rep of like, don't mess with me.
Oh, okay, okay.
But the irony is that
Yeah,
he's still
He's
Alistair's little bitch.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
Do we think it's Lilith that owns Alistair?
yeah, let's not over.
I hope it's Eve.
What if it's Eve?
I hope Eve. I've
But it's
seen
not supposed to
theories
be
where
rocket
people are like,
science.
what if Lilith is Eve and Eve is Lilith and they're the same person? Shut up. That's stupid. That doesn't even make sense. Why are you jumping through hoops? Like it's not that complicated. Vaggie is a fucking angel, all right? Like it's not that complicated.
Do you want to hear a batshit crazy theory of who some people think it could be?
Yes.
What?
Some people in the fandom think it could be Nifty that
No.
owns Alistair's soul.
What?
And the reason that he can't get out is because he just doesn't understand how her brain works. Just like, I'm stuck.
I like
I
that.
don't understand because she's so psychotic and crazy.
He doesn't know how to manipulate her.
He doesn't know how to manipulate her because she's so like psycho, and then like I can't understand her. I think that'd be
funny.
really funny. There's no way in hell that's what it actually is, but fuck, that's funny as hell.
I hate that.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. No,
It's
you
cute
don't.
though. I like
Just-
that.
yeah.
I really like that.
That's why he's also like so maybe like protective of her too, kind of.
But have you noticed Alistair has a softer side for women?
Mm.
Yeah,
does not
he'll let them hug him and shit.
Yeah, he'll talk to them a little nicer and stuff, and like be more polite and stuff.
That could also be his like.
He's a
1930s,
gentleman.
Like,
Well, the fan theory is that he was a mama's boy, so his mom taught him manners.
I could see that. Yeah, he comes from a completely different era. What I always forget about these characters is that they're pulled from different times. You know, like 50 is from the 50s, and then like Alistair is the 1930s. You know,
Angel
radio.
Dust
early
is from
20s.
the 70s. Mobsters, when was that big? Like 70s?
Yeah, like the 70s and stuff.
Baggy's more recent, right?
Baggy's 2014. Sir Pench's was 1888.
Oh, that's why he has all the steampunk
That
shit.
makes so much sense.
That's
And
so
like the
cool.
way he talks to his eggs, like the way they are like military and everything. too, That's so fucking funny. I had no idea.
Husk is, I think, from the 70s or 80s, I believe.
The 1880s. Do you think
1888.
could Serpentius may have been Napoleon?
When was Napoleon?
That's my question.
That'd be cool.
He's a little commander.
Mhm.
Why is he a snake?
Yeah, he was kind of a snake in his life.
Yeah, probably like did some dirty dealing.
Think about it. He's the one that blew off the nose to the Sphinx. You guys didn't know that? He shot a, I'm dead serious. He shot a fucking a bazooka at it, blew the fucking nose off the Sphinx.
Who, Napoleon?
Yeah.
No, Napoleon died in
asshole.
1821.
They had rocket launchers in 18.
He was born in
I
1760.
don't know if it was like a rocket launcher, but he shot something at it and blew it off. Think about it. Oh, well, think about it.
Fuck.
Yeah, because think about it. Yeah, that would match up because Chinese era developed fireworks long before that.
I mean, but they didn't travel this. Whatever.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
We are not the History Channel.
But yeah, all the different eras, it gives them almost like their character of
Yeah.
their personality.
Like more
'cause-
context on
Yeah.
why they're the way they are sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah, Nifty owns Alistair's soul, confirmed.
Okay.
Nah.
Gary brought this character up, and I think it does need to be addressed. Bunny Lord agrees. Like, what kind of role is Eve going to be playing in this? Because they didn't show her at all in the first season, besides that little
The first episode,
first
silhouette.
episode.
Lucifer
Yeah.
fucked her.
and that. Yeah.
He said that while he said that during fighting Adam. Like, yeah, and your second wife.
Or your second one.
I love how he got under his skin so easily.
So easily. He
I've
immediately.
been since Eden.
So that's what you've been up to, huh?
You really let yourself go, huh?
So good.
You're judging me?
Clown fuck.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
But Eve,
Yes, Eve.
Yeah.
Like
She's got to be an important character.
has to.
Like has to be.
Dude, I really hope they do her character in a way where it's like, you know, like if you put yourself in her shoes, like she was created for this person, and like she's forced to be subservient to him, and then like she gets corrupted, and they're like, well, that sucks, you go to hell, and they just turn their back on her completely, right?
Okay.
Like
See
I would
I-
understand her being fucking pissed, being like, I'm gonna burn heaven to the ground, like I'm gonna make it hell.
Jeez.
that would be really cool because I mean, there's always been uprisings. Hell keeps trying to uprise, so that's why they started the extermination. So it
I
makes
could
sense.
I could also see this. So, you know, the whole kind of like depiction of like the Eve, Adam, like dynamic is, you know, she was created to serve him, right? And like, what if now that he's not in heaven, she realizes like, I don't have to listen to what he says like anymore. Like I don't have to. I'm not under Adam's thumb.
But she's in heaven or hell?
I think she's in heaven. Okay. And I also think that like she's gonna realize like if he could just like freely go to fucking hell when he wanted, like he opened the gate, he left. Like they can just do that. Why can't I do that?
But here's the thing: at first she didn't. No one knew about the exorcist or
The extermination.
Extermination.
Oh, they
That's what I'm
just
saying.
found out about
now,
it.
Right,
now
right.
she'll know about it and is like, well, if he could do it, I
maybe.
could do it.
That's true. That would give her an opportunity to actually interact with the people.
But see, then like
yeah,
my
but
theory,
you don't know what causes a angel to become fallen.
but I don't see. I don't fully think that she would like fall
Or
necessarily.
was he banished?
See, Lucifer was banished.
Okay. See, that's not necessarily becoming fallen, which is what they hint at. Like, that's what Sarah hints at to Emily.
Emily,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, you know, I'm worried about, you know, the same thing happening to you as Lucifer.
It's just you're just talking about blasphemy in there to them.
Yeah, I think she's in the same status as like Adam because they were like equal. Like maybe
yeah.
she doesn't like lead the charge or anything like that, but it's Adam and Eve, you know.
Mhm.
Like
But I think that she can maybe possibly freely go to hell, right? But she doesn't go to hell for like malicious things. She goes to the person that like tried to show her a real world, try to really open up her eyes.
free will.
The person who gave her free will. She's gonna go to Lucifer. It's gonna jack up the whole fucking dynamic because he's gonna be like, Eve, oh shit, I haven't seen you since the garden. What are you doing here? And like low key, it's gonna like kind of like throw a wrench in the father daughter kind of dynamic they've been building, because like. Then,
Stepmom.
because Charlie's gonna show
The
up and be
stepmom.
like,
who is this?
I'm like,
Oh,
this is Eve. It's
oh,
like-
I could see Charlie and
Oh,
Eve
yeah,
not
we
getting
have some
along
exactly,
at all.
exactly, because like, then like Eve's gonna look at Charlie and be like, ugh, you're the daughter of that bitch.
Yeah, because like, yeah, Charlie still really believes in like Lilith and everything. Even
Mhm.
calls her, leaving her messages still, and we see that Lilith has a nice little spot up in heaven
No,
apparently.
But this is Charlie we're talking about. Like, she believes that there's good in everybody. She's naive to a fault.
What if heaven like could like send Eve down there as like that's what like the perspective we see it as.
Mhm.
Like she's just there to like, oh, you know, fuck heaven, you know, Adam was a dick.
What
so
if
I'm like,
oh
I'm just here.
what if
She's
they
a
pair her
double
up?
agent?
So we're gonna get more. I'm assuming from heaven. What if we get more angels and stuff? And what if we get her paired up with like Saint Gabriel? Saint Gabriel is the messenger,
Oh,
and
damn.
Saint Gabriel is the one that approached. Or no, fuck. I'm such a bad Catholic. Saint Gabriel approached Mary, but still, Saint Gabriel is the messenger though. I do think that they could use him like as another character to introduce and everything.
I mean, St. Peter was at the gates.
Yeah,
Saint Peter
I
was at
mean,
the gates, and then we could also get Saint Michael,
I was gonna say.
Saint Michael the Archangel, and he.
Yeah, I feel like that's the role Adam's already playing, though.
It could be like to the next level though. Like they killed Adam, like that's a big deal. No matter how wrong it was to do an extermination, that's a really big deal for heaven, and I could see them retaliating and calling up
And
on the angels
The
now,
archangels.
the archangels, to like handle this basically.
A random sinner killed the first man.
Oh yeah, that doesn't not look good. It's like, oh well, who did he die by? Like Lucifer? That makes sense. No, he died
No,
by
it's
some
just
random.
like some rando sinner down there.
She caught him
What
from
the
behind.
fuck?
What? Yeah.
It's like some man
Yeah,
from the
that's-
50s.
That's what I'm like really looking forward to. Is
stab.
like how is hell gonna respond? Because like
That's so true.
it's broadcasted. Like they fought off the
Exorcist.
Seeing
yeah.
the V's reaction
The
to
The V's
everything
are
is so
gonna
funny.
100% try and take over now. Like they want to be in charge now that there's no more exterminations, and you know the angelic weapons are still like lying around and everything. I'm sure they'll try and collect it and
There's a
try
power
and-
vacuum.
Yeah, it's power
essentially,
vacuum.
because
so,
like they.
yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
they
but Lucifer's
hint at-
more involved with the hotel, and Alistair's there too, and he's still got to like maintain a status as an overlord.
I wonder if
But
we'll
see,
get more people at the hotel.
That's something that like they say like in their song is that like Alistair low key like it's not a good moment for him because everybody saw him like
Fail.
quiver away and run from Adam.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
like
but
that
this
He had
is
the whole
Adam.
breakdown, too.
Oh, but then Nifty took him down.
yes. And
But
like
Nifty is his henchman.
Yeah, but it's still a bad look for Alistair. Like I feel like he feels humiliated.
Oh, he definitely is.
Yeah.
Like that breakdown that he had, like it was a mental breakdown where he couldn't not smile. Remember, like in his little radio tower. We were talking about this before. That smile did not look like his normal smile. It
No.
felt so forced.
Mhm.
Like he was probably trying to not, like trying to frown or something. But maybe that could be a stipulation of his deal or something where he just can't not smile.
My thing is that like in the finale song, the V's are singing, and they're talking about there's a power vacuum, Alistair's missing,
Mhm.
right? Like while the what rest of hell is pissing, Alistair's missing, right?
That's
So
right.
people in hell are going crazy over what happened, Alistair's missing, and then you get the scene where he's like in that radio station, right? And he's walking in there, right? I really feel like that entire like the finale song sequence is like a week, maybe two. Like they built a whole hotel. You know, Nifty was the only one who had the angel blood still on her.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's Nifty.
It's Nifty. Yeah. So like she'd probably bask in it like, ha, that was great. Best kill ever.
Best kill ever.
He was a bad boy.
Oh, he was.
Were you the one that I
boys.
told about like the theory that Nifty was
A housewife that got cheated on, and like that's why she like
has an obsession with like bad boys, I guess, because like her husband cheated on her and that she like stabbed her husband.
Yeah.
And that's why she's obsessed with stabbing things.
And that's why she's in hell.
Bro, I can't wait. Like I really hope Adam does get reincarnated as the sinner, because then, you know, like he was a bad boy and Nifty already killed him. And, like he comes back as a sinner and it was like, ooh, yeah, you know how she was
now
with
you're down here with me.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Never leave me.
Never leave.
I low-key, I
like
bet
that
like
with Adam.
I hope Adam like has kind of like PTSD because he's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I hope he's terrible. I hope he like gives everyone attitude and shit, but then he sees Nifty, he's like, just like,
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of Nifty, she scared the crap out of Valentino. What if she ends up killing Valentino because she loves killing bugs?
Didn't she? Oh no, she
God,
she
she
cut off a
ripped her.
piece of his wing.
No, she didn't cut it off. She tore
ripped
off
it.
a piece.
ripped it off.
Like yeah.
That's right. My
Watch Nifty kill Valentino to save Angel Dust.
I would love
Bro,
I would love
would
that,
be so good. It's like Nifty's just the one.
That's just the running joke that like Nifty takes down all the big bads.
I would love
That'd be
that.
hilarious.
Everybody else is just fodder. That's the real queen. That's the cockroach
Everyone's
queen.
fodder to Nifty. Nifty was the one who Alistair made a deal with.
That's
I
why
see what you're
Nifty-
saying.
That goes back to my top three, man. It's fucking Alistair, Nifty, and Husk.
Like, oh, Radio Demon? I liked Radio.
No, wait, Lucifer, Husk.
Now, one more kind of like theory rabbit hole to go down just before we wrap things up. What kind of favor do you think Alistair's gonna call in for Charlie? Like, I've seen somewhere like, if God bless you, if Lilith is the one that has a leash on Alistair, who better to like try and get him off that leash than the daughter?
Oh shit, that's a great point.
Well, that's
Mhm.
basically a deal with her. That, like in a roundabout way to get power from her. So if it was like, oh, I want you to like break this deal for me, because say she
Like
has the
convince
power
her.
because
Mhm.
she's like the princess of hell. She's got what is it, angelic power
Mm-hmm.
in her blood.
Oh, maybe he's gonna try to convince her to like get him out of the deal or something, like talk her way out of it. And then like if Alistair is free from that deal, again, I've always thought that Alistair maybe could be like either the final like boss of this entire story, because like especially after what happened in the finale, I think that like he's just gonna have this grudge against Heaven, not only because of Adam like fucking his day up, but because of potentially if he knows that Lilith has some kind of deal with Heaven and Lilith does own him and his soul and everything. He has more than enough reason to like not like them. So if that's the case, I think he could kind of retroactively like go against what Charlie is trying to do by rehabilitating the sinners and everything and trying to like mend everything over. He's just gonna be like their ideals are too different, I think.
Gotcha.
So he's working like the backside of it and is trying to like get her to free him from that deal so he can have more power, and then he may not be helping as much as we think he will be.
What if like a part of like the restraints on his deal is like he's like not? What if he's like low-key handicapped this whole time?
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
And like the moment like the deal's broken, he's just like, oh, bet now I get access to all the power that like the deal originally promised me.
Yeah, probably.
What if that's like the actual fucking deal? Is like, I'll make a deal with you. I want power like no other sinner. I want to be able to the person to wreak the most terror. And they're like, okay, bet. I'll give you that power when you figure out how to get out of this deal.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Well, then that brings up the quick theory about Rue actually being the root of all evil, and that's really who has all the power and the most powerful entity of hell. So Rue was a character Vizzy designed like way back in the day, and if you paid attention to the very pilot in YouTube, Rue is actually shown on the clock tower as like graffiti. And if you noticed in the season, Alistair's always being watched by eyes. and Rue's design has a bunch of eyes on her arm and everything, and like
I think it's like the all-seeing eye type.
So if his deal is with Rue, that would
Kinda.
make sense if he's like super crazy powerful. Because if you think about like in a power scaling sense, Adam is weaker than Lucifer, but stronger than Alistair, right? And if Lilith has a deal with Adam, then she has to be weaker than Adam,
Or
right?
about the same.
I don't know. It might just be to have access to heaven,
Okay.
but Alistair and Adam were kind of like going toe to toe.
Yeah, there for a bit.
Yeah, for a bit. Alistair was holding his own.
But then Adam got the advantage, right?
Mhm.
So say Alistair has a deal with Rue,
Being even stronger than Lucifer.
then I feel like he would have
That could open
probably
the
won that
floodgates to
fight,
that.
you know?
Yeah, maybe.
If it was Lilith, somebody who's like kind of on the same power level as Adam,
Probably.
it makes sense that like that's how that fight went.
Mm.
I
But
don't-
the theory with Rue is like after evil is like shown at the world, after Lucifer gave Eve the apple, like
That's when Rue
an
was born.
all-powerful like evil was created, like an entity was. You know how like angels are manifestation of like, you know, something bigger and pure and stuff. And then
Like-
Rue's created from like something dark and evil.
Like, okay, so you know how, like, there's God, but then there's the angels that like, what's the proper term? Interpret His will,
Mhm.
right? But then Rue would essentially be the evil equivalent of that.
Didn't I just say that?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to
He's
put it
just
into like a
re-explaining
dumber.
it.
Like,
He's trying to dumb it down for
Es-
me.
Essentially, like what a lot of people are saying is that the residual like sin or like evil left over from whenever sinners
The
die,
original sin.
or
yeah,
no,
kind of.
well, from whenever sinners die, like that evil that's left over, it all pools in one place and it pools into Rue, because the root of all evil.
Yeah. Okay, I could see that.
It's essentially like condensed
Mm-hmm.
into a character. Which is crazy.
I wonder if we'll explore that in season 2, or if that's more of like a later
Whoa,
end game
'cause
type
that's-
thing.
I hope it's not less root of all evil and more like chaos.
Ooh, I'd like that.
Oh,
Cause
that'd be cool. Chaos.
you know,
Yeah.
kind of like a crazy, like I guess symbolism. I know it's not super confirmed, but there's like a picture of God out there,
Yes, the fan art.
the fan art, and it's like he just has eyes,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
Rue is just perceived as eyes, constantly watching.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So, what if God's the root of all evil? Is that what you're saying? Plot twist.
I don't think she would write something
That
where
one
it's like,
does kind of push the envelope a little
Yeah.
bit.
But I like it.
yeah, that's a.
I'm not saying that's not where I was saying where I was going, but I mean I kind of like
No,
it.
I do like that theory too.
Mhm.
That is actually really cool.
It's just showing like I guess the symbolism and power like that.
Yeah, not
God is
everything's
always
black and white. It's
all-seeing.
all gray and
Mhm.
everything. Yeah.
Which goes against what Adam says, like it's like either black or white.
It's
in
not.
his song and everything, but it's not.
All gray.
He didn't even know what you need to have to get into
No,
heaven.
he doesn't even know how he got into heaven. Such a hypocrite.
Follow the rules.
Don't steal.
Don't steal.
Stick,
Stick
it to the man.
Stick
And it's
to
just
the
like
man.
that got you into heaven, bro.
But
I'm here, aren't I?
he's Adam, he's the first man, and he basically got granted a free
See, and
ticket.
that's a
Would have
Nepotism.
looked bad for heaven.
I had like a theory that like Adam was like originally gonna go to hell because he's clearly not a good person, but heaven couldn't have like
The first.
they could
man
yeah
in
they could
hell.
they already
Like,
had
it's not
Lilith.
his fault. He didn't mean to eat the fruit. Like the person that we created to be with him, like
Gave
got
it to
him to
him, yeah.
eat
like
it.
like the reason the reason they had to like let them into heaven
And
is
they
because
blamed it on
just,
the woman.
whoa.
That's the old school way
Yeah,
of the
Lilith
Bible.
was the
Blame
one
it
who
on the woman.
Yeah, the one that tried to lead Adam and Eve astray.
And then Eve is it was all Eve's fault.
Yeah, she ate the apple.
Essentially, yeah, she ate the apple and tricked Adam into it.
Oh, yeah.
And blame it all on the woman. That's what they do. Sorry,
No, you're fine.
No, but I mean, it's true.
textbook wise.
Textbook wise, yeah.
Man, this you can go down a million different like biblical like aspects and be like, oh, but like this, and it's just like
Yeah. It's a show.
Again, guys.
Remember, like
it's not rocket science. Watching this podcast is not rocket science.
even though it feels like it sometimes.
Oh, I mean, putting it on sometimes is rocket science. But I appreciate you guys for listening and watching.
Yo. We'll keep you guys updated if we hear any more Hazbin news. Check out Helluva Boss also. We should be getting a new episode.
When this episode drops, there is a new episode of Helluva Boss, so go watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be on like Valentine's Day episode type thing. Oh man,
Oh, it's gonna end in heartbreak, isn't it?
This is gonna be so toxic. I can't wait.
Appreciate you guys for listening and watching. Alchemists out.
Alchemists out.
Thank you for Tokyo Treat for sponsoring this episode.